What's up? What's up, party people in the house tonight? Your boy Cino's in the house tonight. Thank y'all for sending me this clip. Like I said, there are certain things that escape me from time to time. So, yes, I won't be able to see every single thing as it happens. And this little thing here that took place is a prime example of why this show is become decadent and basically trash. It's trash, y'all. This show is god awful, and this is why. First, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, and there's too many cooks in the kitchen that don't cook. When you got this many cooks in the kitchen and nobody's cooking food, this is why the show is what it is. When he got rid of Rory and Mal, he brought his homeboys Ish and Ash on the show, who've been up there beforehand, and they wanted to get a piece of the pie that was already moving. Now he's like, okay, I could just replace y'all with two more cheaper personnel that I gotta pay, but eventually these dudes are gonna say, hey, we feels we should be getting more money. That's gonna happen with them. He already see what's gonna happen, so he brings in new people. He brings in the female that he should have had from the first time, and he brings in Queen's Flip, who already has his own movement. So Flip already knows the script. He won't be there long. As soon as he see the money ain't right, Flip's gonna be out. So Flip is already gonna make more than these two doofuses, and these two doofuses is gonna eventually clash at Joe, because they really don't like Joe anyway. These two are more in line with each other than they are with Joe. Melissa Ford, her job is to look good, sit down, give some female insight to it, but it's Joe's show. Then they bring Parks in. So you got all these people on the mic and around conversations that shouldn't even be had, period, on an open set form, but yet they're doing it. So now we have to ask the bigger question. Why? Why is this the case? Of course, I've called this. So now they're arguing over a woman that neither one of them are with. They have no buzz, so they only buzz is when they argue and yell at each other. That's it. So when they decide they're going to just start screaming and yelling at each other, that's when the show takes off. I mean, Melissa Ford, she's okay. All she's trying to do is increase her OnlyFans following. That's where she makes the bulk of her money. She's looking like, go to my OnlyFans. He can't keep a cast. The thing is he can. If he wanted to. This is not nothing new. Like, this is not a case of, oh, Joe Budden just don't know how to keep a cast. No, he got what he want. Man, everybody didn't see Melissa Ford naked. Trust me. She ain't the same person she was before. Before she used to have morals. Her morals have been gone. She been out of that fad. Oh, I won't get naked for this. I won't get naked for that. Oh, she don't care now. See, when you in your 50s or about to be 50, you know, she got to use what she got, right? But that's not even the issue here. Now, the guy in the pink, his name is Ish. And the other guy is Ash or Ice or whatever the hell it's two of the stupidest names ever. But they like thing 1 and thing 2. But the one in the pink, and that's the perfect color for his energy, sensitive. Another super sensitive, screaming female of a male. And of course, him and Joe are friends. Because they both super sensitive males. Joe thought he was sleeping with one of his girls and came and approached him. And then he came and approached him. This is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly what I be talking about. Real feminine energy in the place.
Listen, listen, any girl, I don't give a fuck who she is. If I used to date her before, she could have been my girlfriend. Nigga, if she want to give you some box, that's her box to give. I can't police that box.
See, that's what sensitive man said. He can't police that box. If she want to give you some, I can't police that box. If that's my ex, right? See, that's what they say out their mouth. But the examples of how they live is entirely different. You see, he said that, and Joe was like, oh, don't let me knock that off the list. They have a lot of feminine energy, and you could tell things really bother him. This dude is super sensitive, period. He's super emotional about every damn thing. So, eventually, him and Joe will fall out again. It's gonna happen. When he feels he's in a big enough space to where he could put his foot down and demand stuff, Joe will show him, I don't need you. And I'm gonna get my own show. It's gonna happen. Not wishing it. It's just, you could tell people's energy.
Stop it. Nothing. Stop it. Hold on. You better stop it. You better stop it. Hold on. Because I'll get that bazooka right out that closet. You can't though. You better stop it. I stand by that. You better stop it. Now, I stand by that. Stop. No bazooka to get. Stop, y'all.
There's no bazooka to get.
Then why would you ever be questioning me about why your ex is at my house? Boom. Because you made the statement that you would never do that. I wouldn't do it. But you did. No, I didn't. Let me answer. Now you flustered. No, I'm not looking stupid. Now you're looking stupid. It's a dialogue. So your ex is at somebody's house. It's up pussy. Right? It's a dialogue. Why you cursing and screaming?
See?
So why you have to scream? I'm your friend. I'm gonna be a church. I did not do that to you because I know you. You asked me a question, and then when I went to answer, you cut me off.
So, it's a whole lot of hollering going on. Melissa Ford put the earphones on. First, she took it off because he was screaming so loud like a girl because he was waiting for Joe to go there. He knew Joe was going to bring it up, and he was waiting for Joe to go there. So when Joe went there, he just went berserk. He couldn't help himself. You see that? He was like, couldn't wait to jump up to talk about the topic. He jumped up like all ready to go. Because you said you would never do that. So for anybody else who's here and don't understand or know what's transpiring, let me fill you in. Without all they screaming. The guy whose name is Ish, the guy in the pink, had a girlfriend that he dated for 9 years. And after the 9 years was up, that female has decided in her infinite wisdom to try to basically get at Joe. Okay, that should be cool. Yeah, I'm water grab. Now, all of a sudden, his girl that he used to date for 9 years decided one day to pop up at Joe Budden's house. Joe Budden lets her in, right? He never explains why she was there. Joe Budden never explains that publicly to the rest of anybody who's listening. Why, how she got in the house. They're smoking hookah. And Joe alludes to the fact that she was trying to get up with him. And he said, nah, and put the brakes to it because of his love for his boy. He wouldn't do that. So, his boy was like, I don't care about the situation anyway and what she did. His thing is, Joe had never told him about it. Joe had been quiet about the whole thing. If that was your boy and if that was your reasoning for doing it, Joe Budden, what you would have did was call your homeboy and let your homeboy know what went down. Right? But he never did that. He had never brought it up to Joe. But she told him at a later date and time what had happened, that she went over there and they smoked hookah or whatever. And that, what happened happened. She explained it to him. And he thinking, this is my boy, or used to be my boy. We haven't spoken in 6 years. They had not talked for 6 years over some other stuff that had something to not do with this situation, right? So, when you see that, it had nothing to do with the situation, but y'all not talking, what happens after that? Bro, I don't know what they talking about, when it happened or whatever happened. I'm here to tell you and explain to you these cases of why these cases happen. Like I said, I don't know when it happened because this is why I don't watch the show. The show is trash now. It's lost its direction. It lost everything that made the show what it was. All of that is gone. When Rory and Mal left, that was a perfect balance. You just don't get that back. You see, Rory and Mal calls Joe out on his bull better than anybody. Rory's the guy that makes sense out of Joe Budden just going off, ranting, and just telling stories and all this. Rory comes in and brings things into context so that people who have common sense and intelligence can follow it. Maul just automatically comes in and cuts through the BS Joe tries to pull up every other time he's on the microphone and just starts rambling. He gets reminded by Maul, that's some bull. So that was the balance of the situation. That was the dynamic of why that worked so well. Now, case in point, Joe came on the show. Well, let me tell you what happened after that. Joe accuses Ish of sleeping with said woman of his and said, you effed my girl. Ish said, I never did that. So they have this argument back and forth. And Ish brings this issue up to Joe. Right? About his woman that he used to date of 9 years after they split up. You went ahead and smoked hookah with her. But you was on the show saying how you would never do that. I would never entertain even one of your women. That's what Joe said. But this is hypocritical Joe. He claims, instead of saying, you right, you got me. I did like entertain it, but I didn't go that way. But he's like, dog, you smoking hookah with her. Isn't that not entertaining her? He said you would never entertain any of our exes, but you're entertaining it. Now, what Ish is lying about is talking about some, this don't bother me. Oh, it bothers him to the 5th degree. Because if it didn't bother you, you wouldn't be so passionate about it. You wouldn't be so aggravated.
This is a dialogue.
I know, so let me answer your question. Dialogue, man. You asked me a question, let me answer. We had a conversation on what to do. No, don't let him deter you. Don't let him distract you. We had a conversation on what I would and wouldn't do. Joe said I would never do X, Y, and Z. I started laughing. It was on the podcast.
Yep, I remember.
I started laughing. So Joe like, what's so funny? Ha ha. I'm saying, yo, you would do that. He said, no, I wouldn't. I said, yes, you would. You have my ex in your fucking house filling up with hookah.
Yeah. Then maybe you should sit down, big knockout guy. Well, see, I multitask. Yeah, so you filling my girl up with hookah. So everybody's listening to this because most of them probably wasn't sitting there. And they're just going through the motions. And it's just terrible to listen to. Ish is always the guy he clashes with on the show. That's always the guy he clashes with, is Ish.
That means I was trying to fuck it.
But no, you said I wouldn't entertain a nigga ex. Joe's comment, do not moving the goalpost today.
You
not going to get into a screaming match.
And you screaming.
Or here.
You
Joe
moving it and you
I
screaming.
don't even talk to the girl, my man's exes. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
That's a fact.
Am I wrong?
That's the thing. That is what you said. I'm saying it.
And I'm saying you lying because you have talked to my exes before. I didn't say I gave a fuck. I was pointing out that you did it.
So that was his thing. He's pointing out the fact that you did it. In other words, It's been building up. And then Joe's gonna get mad and defensive because he's like, I didn't sleep with the girl, so I didn't entertain it. But Joe is a professional liar. Because see, the thing is, he was mad at Ish because he thought Ish slept with his girl. Now, he like, look, two wrongs gonna cancel each other out. But that's his own guilty admission. But that's not the whole point. If your woman is going to go sleep with somebody else, and this the thing that these dudes be trying to claim, like their exes can't go be with other people when they can. This is what I'm keep talking about, this beta mentality. Dog, you don't own the woman no more. Like all the girls I've dated, some of them done got married now, they got kids. What I'm gonna be like, dude, what you doing with my dude I used to date her? What? Like, what claim that I obviously don't want her if she's not with me now?
That you were in your house with my ex-bitch of 9 years smoking hookah. So you sitting here lying. I didn't say I mind, because again, if she don't mind, who the fuck am I?
Yeah, and that's what Joe's like, no, you mind.
Hold on, but that means you kind of mind a little
No,
bit.
I don't. I'm telling
That's
Joe
not the
that-
mind.
Yeah, you mind. You mind.
So you didn't care. That was the mind.
You mind.
She told me. I never approached him.
Right, she told me, but she didn't tell him what she was doing there.
I ain't give a fuck.
But she didn't tell you.
She did
Yeah.
tell
She
me.
didn't tell you.
You're wrong.
Then why was she there?
I don't know. I don't know why she was there.
That's
I
she
never-
could have left that out.
I never even grilled it. How would I find that out, Joe? Either you had to tell me or she had to tell me. Who else told me?
You see? Somebody had to tell me what was going on. Either you told me or she told me. One of y'all had to tell me. But this is what happens when you date strippers and you date women of the night. When they act like women of the night, why are you surprised? I blame hookah. Right, I don't smoke hookah. The chick I talk to now, she like hookah. I don't like hookah. At all. She tried to get me to go to a hookah bar. I said no, I don't do hookah bars. Oh man, lame stuff. Trying to get mad over ex-girlfriends. See, this is what happens when people get mad over exes. He claims, I'm not mad, I'm not sensitive, I don't really care. I'm just saying that you lying, because this is what you said you did. You said you did that. I'm just trying to point it out. That's what you said. This isn't the point. Nothing that he's talking about right now is anything in the line of what the whole subject was really about. He's mad about the subject that Joe had her over there. You're like, I don't really care what happened. I'm just saying, you lied. You do care. Dog, you care. It's in your voice. He mad because it makes him look like he's soft. Dog, you put yourself in this situation because you cared when you brought it up. When Joe accused you of sleeping with his girl, you brought that up. You had my chick in your house.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But she didn't tell you. He tried to say she didn't tell you initially. That's why
I'm lost.
I know she didn't tell you initially when she did.
I didn't say the time. I didn't even speak. I wasn't speaking to the girl.
Why she was there?
I wasn't even talking to the
But your
girl.
girl in 9 years never told you why she was there. And then you start questioning your man on the podcast.
I didn't question my man.
See, that's what's done.
Question you about it.
You're moving the goalpost because
Dialogue. This is a dialogue.
let me be the argument of one guy. So look,
point
Yep.
is not that you were there talking to his ex or whatever. It was you said I would never do that, and he's proving to you did do that. That was the point.
Stop right there. Maybe he misunderstood me. What I said here, which is I wouldn't fuck with none of y'all exes. I wouldn't try to fuck none of y'all exes.
Yeah.
It's the same thing I'm saying now.
That's not what you said back then.
Then what did I say?
Yeah.
You said, yo, I wouldn't even entertain them. I wouldn't talk to them. You said, yo, you felt funny going in the strip club talking to Imani's old girl at the bar.
That's a fact.
Just saying how,
That's a
like,
fact.
I wouldn't entertain
That's
them.
a
I wouldn't
fact.
do none of that.
So now he's trying to say having somebody at the house smoking hookah with him ain't entertaining them. But here's the fact. These two are going back and forth, getting emotional, arguing over a woman that ain't with neither one of them. Neither one of them. That woman ain't with Joe. That woman ain't with him now. And he dated her for 9 years. She wasn't with him when she went to Joe's house and tried to get up with Joe. And they didn't show what this woman looked like, but I bet she's huff. I'm willing to bet she's mid, if anything. No, see, Joe is trying to let it be known. Joe, the one came up to him. See, he never brought it up to Joe. And see, here's the situation that a lot of people didn't know. Him and Joe wasn't talking for 6 years in the situation. They hadn't spoken 6 years. Even though they was kind of cool, they had a falling out and they really didn't talk to each other for 6 years. So he had no reason to reach out to Joe and call and tell Joe. She told him, even though they were broken up, she just eventually told him anyway. Like it was gonna get back to him what had happened. Like she went over there, she shot a shot, but she was single. See, he wasn't even gonna bring it up. Sensitive man in the pink wasn't even gonna bring this up till Joe was like, uh-oh, don't bring that up. Because he knew Joe was finna go bring this situation up live on the show. And he got so excited and he heated that Joe brought it up. So he jumped the gun.
Joe Budden would not entertain and would feel uncomfortable conducting conversation with any of y'all exes. So if a conversation happened with one of y'all exes, there had to be a way that she finagled that to happen, right? And if she finagled that to happen, she probably was trying to finagle something else, right? Girlfriend of 9 years, but she managed to tell you none of anything.
Possibility.
But she managed to tell you none of anything. So Joe is very consistent in what he's saying. Where's Joe moving the goalposts?
Because you said, please, you gonna let me answer you?
He said that she might have tricked
Stop,
him.
flip.
Okay.
You gonna let me answer you? This is a very simple
And
conversation.
you did care because you brought up mad years later. You don't
No,
think that I don't
I
think
care.
you brought up.
You are wrong.
That nigga just-
You are mad wrong. Number one.
The nigga cared and he was damn near accusing me of something, implying
You
some
told me
shit.
I fucked your bitch. That's when it came out, nigga. You accused me of
I
fucking your
said,
bitch.
wait, I said that.
Mm-hmm. That's when it came out. That's why he's mad now. You accused me of sleeping with your woman. Joe didn't smash her. And Joe feel like if I didn't smash, we shouldn't have a problem here. And he's saying, I don't even care if she gave you some or not because that's hers to do. What he's saying is, Joe, you said you wouldn't even entertain it. So what Joe does is move the goalposts and try to say, smoking hookah with somebody, that's not entertaining him. So he wasn't entertaining it.
far too.
And I never felt the bitch. No,
I'm consistent in what I said. I said that this far.
He asked me a question I would love to answer.
I didn't ask you shit.
You just asked
Right,
me how
and
to come to your house. You let her come in your house. She can't finagle you to come in the house that you pay the rent.
She could.
How somebody finagle you to come to your house? How she gonna finagle you to come to your house? You let her in. You the one pay the rent. See, they both are emotional people. Joe's trying to keep it reserved, but Joe's hot too. You see, Joe's mad too. He's just trying to be calm and keep it as calm as possible, but Joe is ready to blow. Because Joe know he's busted. He's put on the spot, and this whole conversation got turned around and broke off into something that it wasn't meant to be. Now the sensitive man is really sensitive now. He's turning as red as his pink outfit. And Joe is just sitting there like the calm serial killer waiting to time bombly blow. Of course he mad. But this is the scenario. This is the problem with it. You see what I'm saying? This is why people have a problem with it.
So you don't know how she got down. No, you can't. Because guess none of this sounds like thank you for not fucking my bitch of 9 years.
I don't give a
Joe is making it like he cares, like, oh, thank you for not doing that.
None of this sounds like that.
I'm not thanking you for
But you're welcome.
I'm not thanking you for that. I don't care if you
But you're before.
because you won't let me speak. You asked me a question and then you won't let me answer. You cut me
Look
off.
how he's speaking to your friend. Seriously. Look how he's speaking to his friend.
But you're gaslighting.
Look how he's speaking.
But you're gaslighting, Joe. That's fine. No girl can walk in your house under no pretenses at all.
That's not true.
Yo, dog, can I finish my fucking sentence? No girl can walk in your house without under any pretenses without you turning the knob and opening the door. That's one. Number two, you allowed a person to come into your home. I wasn't talking to Joe, and I wasn't talking to the girl. So the girl can't facilitate Joe hooking me back up with her if I don't speak to Joe.
Did she know you were with Joe?
Yes.
How? You wasn't talking to her?
Because me and Joe fell out before me and her fell out.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm just asking questions.
So again, me and Joe didn't talk for 6 years. Me and the girl were not speaking. So her objective to go to Joe's crib couldn't have been based around me. It could have been based around her wanting to fuck Joe. I never negated that.
Let me ask you another question. Is it possible she might have thought you and Joe were cool?
Possible.
And could have went over there trying to finesse that back?
Possible.
I'm just asking.
Possible, yeah.
We got people beyond a reasonable
No,
doubt.
I said possible. I'm not negating that. What I said, of course, I never get opportunity to finish.
Now Joe who went back to take a hit of some hookah, and now he's back mad. Now he's back. He left the mic. Now he's back mad after hearing. Now he heard somebody speak, and he didn't get a chance to cut him off or nothing. Now he's mad.
Niggas have liked and loved lying, trifling chicks. Like, that's just the bottom line. So I don't even really understand this particular conversation. Whatever she said to get in the house clearly was some bullshit, nigga, because she had another plan. What are you talking about?
Nobody said anything.
What are you talking? Yes, it's a fact that you have to open the door to let somebody in that house.
Open to possibilities. You see how easily I'm open to the possibility? Again, I'm accepting that, but you are not accepting that you said something the total contrary, which is I wouldn't hold no conversations with y'all niggas bitches.
Now one day when she feel like telling you the truth, she can tell you what was said to her face, which supports my point of I would look at y'all bitches like they are Martians if they tried that shit with me. Hey, whether I speak to you niggas or not.
You're dismissing my sentence. You're
Joe back sensitive again. Now, he said that, right? I would look at them as like they were Martians. But that ain't what he did. That is not what he did. No, because he's busting Joe out for being a hypocrite. You let this woman in your crib. You let her hit the hookah. According to Joe, she wanted something more and he turned it down. And they should be thanking him that he turned it down. When he wasn't with the girl no more either. He was with the girl when him and Joe stopped talking. 3 years later, or 4 years later, after they broke up, she had went over to Joe's and tried to get up with him. But he's like, you don't know the reason she came over or what was that about. You never brought it up, Joe. Why don't you enlighten the public to why she came over there? He never did.
Missing my sentence. Your Joe's sentence in the summer was, I would never even entertain none of y'all bitches.
Right, I would never entertain y'all.
I wouldn't talk to y'all bitches. I would never
Open it and all that, but who does not entertain it, bitch?
Open the door to smoke hookah with a chick is not entertaining a chick.
That's what we did.
Sometimes people use tactics to get your crib too, Ish.
Who said that? Who said that's not true? Who said that's not true? Y'all niggas are saying something that I'm not saying.
You're
I don't
saying
care if the bitch went over there and attempted to pull Joe's drawers off. Who said that that's not a possibility?
You're just saying that the fact that he had to...
I'm saying that Joe did something that he starkly says he does not do. That's the fucking point.
Ish, that's your point, right? If he's saying he don't entertain, what's your definition of entertain? Because it sounds like he has a different definition of entertain.
Joe said he won't hold the conversation with our bitches. Am I wrong, Ice?
He said it.
Am I wrong, Ice? So when you open the fucking door and you light up a hookah, you are having a conversation with a bitch.
Greatest people I know.
Bruh,
Don't start losing context now. I have regular contact. You just can't keep up. I have conversations with all of y'all old bitches still to this day. That's not what the fuck we were saying.
That wasn't.
I was having a conversation trying to pop your old bitch.
He's going off.
No, when I dignified, she was trying to pop. You talking about a fucking hookah with your sense to the back. Shut your fucking.
I'm far from sensitive, nigga. I don't give a fuck about these bitches.
Oh man, I'm hearing some super sensitive beta males. Some real super sensitive beta males. Y'all hear that? Hit the like button up, man. Because this is exactly what I've been telling y'all, ain't it? You see what they do? Every time. Super sensitive beta males. It never fails. None of it makes sense because we normally don't care. But when other people get involved and it starts to pile on, it turns into something else. Uncategorized. Absolutely. Hey, everybody. Right, exactly. Well, people got to understand something. Probably. But that's what happens when you get them beta males. They cry and complain over what what they're not gonna do. Nobody cares. They're screaming and hollering, getting themselves mad at each other over a woman neither one of them have right now. It don't change anything or mean anything. You can't talk to my exes. My thing is this. If any one of my friends want to talk to my exes, I don't want my ex around me. Especially if it's an ex I don't deal with, my boy would know better. My boy would know better. He'd be like, I ain't bringing her around him because he probably ain't going to want her around. Now, if they got married, they had kids, and we were cool, I wouldn't have a problem. I've seen my ex who's married. I had a whole conversation with her husband. He know for sure what I done did with her. He don't care. I mean, he with her now. They got kids. They married, got a family. His concerns are completely different. His concerns is, damn, why am I stressed? Called marriage, buddy. This is what you got to deal with now. This is the reality. Yeah, you know. You know what me and his wife used to do? Without a doubt. Well, the moral of the stories are always going to change. People will say one thing and they mean another thing. People will do one thing then say another thing. Now, No, it just shows Joe's a hypocrite. But there was no need for Ish to be so emotionally involved if it didn't matter to him. It obviously mattered to him. That's why he was so emotionally involved. What's up, Mr. Bailey? Now, what people used to do back in the days is they used to go ahead and, without a shadow of a doubt, just try to keep everything level and keep everything moving at a pace it needs to move at. But we're not getting that anymore. That's the situation. When you see yourself or hear yourself going over and arguing over a woman that's no longer yours, what's the point? She's not with either one of you. I'll give you a prime example. Something similar happened to me. And it was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because I'm sitting there like, dog, this don't pertain to me. He's mad about something else, but you want to use this as the excuse because he's assuming what happened when he was not there. Now, he met this chick at the same time I met the chick. Same day, same everything. But I had to work. So he ends up talking to the girl. Cool, no problem. He smashes said girl. This ain't his girlfriend. He already got a girl. She don't know. He smashes this girl. Just a chick he smashed, whatever. I came down, we saw him like, damn, all right, she was in the crib where we all was kicking it at and everything. This ain't his girl. All right, this is just a girl he met, he hit. That's that. Now, after he's done with this chick, completely cut her off everything, he got a whole nother chick he dealing with, plus some other hoes. Now, he's moved his chick in and they get a crib. His new girl, they get a crib. So they moved, got their crib, everything. So that's with the new girl. So he's no longer with this girl doing anything. So when I run into the chick and me and her talking, I'm about to smash this girl. And I let him know about it. And I didn't have to, but I let him know about it. He didn't care. So he's in the know. He's like, all right, cool, smash. You know, like, all right, yeah, that's what's up. He didn't care. So did he say it. But I let him know from the rip, this is what it is. What happened after that? The girl gets mad. She ain't mad at me. She's mad at her cousin. Her little cousin has a crush on me. And her little cousin is like 19 years old. And I'm like, I don't want her, but she has a crush on me. And there was an incident where I was called over to the house. Well, I was over at the house. She wasn't there. The cousin was there. I came over and they tried to make it look like I was there with the cousin, like we had an affair. Never happened. And that was the cousin trying to make some storyline for her friends, like, because she had a crush or whatever. But it wasn't the case at all. And he was like, why'd you call there? And you was with her cousin? You messing with her and her cousin? And I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? First off, you definitely didn't hear the conversation right, because that never happened. I'm like, her cousin had a crush on me, but I've turned her down like 50 times. Like, just all these little kid advances. I don't deal with these underage girls. They got guys over there like what's his name? He deals with that stuff. Now, if this was that Uncle Sugar Man, yeah, he would have definitely went in. He would have probably started off with her. But no, I don't do that stuff. And he was like, well then, why didn't you call and why'd you go over there? And she called you over there. And you called and came over there knowing that your girl wasn't there. I'm like, that's not what happened. I called on the house phone. Because the cell phone, she wasn't answering her cell, so I called a house phone. And the cousin just answered the phone, and she said, oh, just come over. Because I asked for her. I'm not going to ask for the cousin. So I asked for the girl that I'm dating. So I'm like, what would that make sense at? Her cousin lives with her. What I'm going to do, smash the cousin and her in the same house? I don't do that stuff. Even though she's legally of age, no. Don't even make sense. I don't want a 19-year-old. But I can't take you to the bar, nothing. It's like, be a kid. Do your little college thing, and, she's supposed to be training for the Olympics. And I'm like, look, try to go for the Olympics, young one. But anyway, I get over there, and I'm in there less than 3 minutes. I'm like, well, where's she at? He's like, oh, she's on her way back. I thought she'd be here by now. I live 2 minutes away. We're in the same area. I'm literally 2 minutes away in my car. She lived right around the corner. So I go right around the corner, and I'm like, where's she at? And she's like, oh, she ain't here yet. So I see the little cousin, whatever, he drew a picture, he wanted me to look at it. I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And this and that. And I'm like, well, just tell her I'll stop by. So she hit me up. And I left. I'm not gonna stay there. Because she was trying to make it like you could just stay here till she get back. And I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna stay here. I'm out. There ain't no hug, wasn't no dap, wasn't nothing. So she's telling her friends, I guess, on the phone, like, yeah, he came over, he came to see me, it's little girl stuff, teenage girl stuff. Ain't none of that's true. So that's what I'm saying. That's teenage girls being teenage girls. She creating this fantasy and all that stuff. But nobody want her. And the girl, I'm like, why you think my girl was never mad at me? Because she knew damn well what her cousin was doing. Cousin was lying. And her cousin tried to say her friend lied. She never told her friend that. But she wasn't mad at me. She knew she was mad at her cousin. Because her cousin keep trying to flirt with me. And she told her to stop that a long time ago in the house. They had their own conversation. So if the girl I'm talking to ain't mad at me, why are you even mad? And saying, oh, that happened, man. You did the girl like that. And I'm like, why would you even care? None of this have anything to do with you. He was mad about the fact I was smashing that chick. It was eating him up, even though he ain't even with her no more. It had nothing to do with anything. It's just complete, flat out jealousy that I had that girl that he had smashed before. Even though he ain't even smashing her, he thinking, man, I smashed her before. Why is he smashing this girl? Had nothing to do with him. But it was funny because he kept trying to tell me what went on. I'm like, dog, you weren't there. I'm the one that was there, so I don't have to lie to you. What would I be getting from lying to you? Like, what are you going to do, beat me up? So why would I lie to you for? Like, what you gonna do, beat me up? No. So that's not going to be the case. So there's nothing to fear from you. So what is the lie about? What would I got to lie to you about? I would just tell you the truth. Yeah, super sensitive. Yeah. Man, the dude was so super sensitive. He got into it with another friend of mine over a chick that neither one of them are with to this day. They weren't even with him then. He never dated this chick. The chick got mad because her man, which was his boy, she got mad because he was screwing around on her. So she was like, okay, well, since that's your boy then, well, your boy was trying to get up with me. She just said that. Just to make him jealous. Because she's like, okay, you cheating on me. That's all right, because I'm going to get up with your boy. That's why when you was gone, your boy, he was all up on me. She's saying that to try to have something to throw back at him. But that wasn't even true. Now, she's not knowing that had she ever threw anything back, he would have smashed her like that. It wouldn't have, like, it wouldn't even been a case. And my boy is like, why don't you just shoot? All you got to do is tell me. I would have smashed. He ain't got no code and honor when it come to him. It ain't no code and honor. He was gonna smash. He talked his code and honor when it comes back his way. But with him, oh, he gonna just smash. That's just it. He don't care. He just gonna smash and deal with the consequences later. So his whole thing is like, I didn't even hit. Because none of that what she's saying even happened. She ain't give me no type of play. So it wasn't like, yeah, he was all up on me. We was grinding and all this. So he believes it. Because he knows how his boy is. So he's like, I know you. Man, but I ain't think you would do me like that. He's like, dog, I didn't. Which was true. He didn't do it. This is the one time he really didn't do it. And she just said that to have some ammunition against him because he was doing dirty. And women, man, and so them two ain't even together no more. None of them together, and they still to this day fighting and feuding. So we all know how this plays out. For anybody who have any questions of inkling about a situation or things that's just not right, this is it. Steven, I wasn't no player. What are you talking about? I wasn't no player. See, me, I'm too brutally honest and I'm too busy to go out and have like 15 girls and 16 girls and all that stuff. That's tiring. But I've had my options for a long time. If I took everything thrown at me, shoot, Jesus Christ. It's just certain things you got to turn down. But it's always when you're dating somebody do all these girls start becoming available to you, and they can't live without you. That's what happens. You be doing your thing, going through your progressions, then all of a sudden it's boom. I can't live without you. Chicks be coming from everywhere. Yeah, but it depends. Like me, I'm known for being picky. You just too picky. You just want a girl to just sit there and do everything you say. I'm like, that's not what I said, but if they did everything I say, they'd be better off. Just being honest. They'd be a lot better off. He didn't have it on his heart for that many years. Joe brought it up recently, but that's always going to be on his heart because he cared. And then Joe going to accuse him of sleeping with one of his chicks. And that's when he brought it up to Joe for the first time. He didn't confront Joe when he found out about it. He just never said anything. But Joe should have told him, even though they had fell out and all that, he still let him know. Like me, like I told you, I let my boy know. It wasn't even his business. And I let him know, and he didn't care. But I still let him know what was up. You see what I'm saying? So he says he didn't care. I go into place and settings of adults. Like, that's normally where I go. My night, strip clubs, bars, all these, I'm in places where it's 21 and older. So I'm not in the settings of where, like, some of these dudes are, I don't really go to Six Flags no more unless I'm taking my cousins or some chick and her kids. I'm trying to get close to her. Other than that, my Six Flags and all those days is over. Now, I will go to Galaxy Edge, when I get down there. But other than that, I'm just not motivated to do all this other stuff, There's no real motivation behind it. Right, Six Flags is close to where we live, so that's like the big theme park when we was out here. Like when we was kids, oh man, we thought we was going somewhere. We was going to Six Flags. Now I live by Six Flags. So I see Six Flags like all the time. I'm like, oh, there's Six Flags. And I just drive by it. I have no motivation to get on the roller coasters and all that. I'm good. What I don't understand, and maybe y'all can help me, is why is it every single time you mention a situation or a condition that you might be going through, or everybody keep thinking a woman belongs to them? That's my girl. Like, I dated a girl and the rule was, me and her, no way. Like, she came up with the ultimatum, not me, that if we broke up, we couldn't sleep with each other's friends. Because our friends had interacted with each other. Like, she knew some of my friends, I knew some of her friends. But I knew more of her friends than she knew of mine. And the ones she thought were my friends, those are acquaintances. Not my friends. I know them, but we ain't really like homeboys. Like, I don't talk to them every day. And I'm like, she's confused on what's my acquaintances, people I know of, and my friends. And I tried to tell her. I said, look, you can do what you want, all right, but you made this rule saying I can't sleep with your friends, you can't sleep with mine. So if I see you trying to sleep with one of my friends, I'm gonna be pissed because you made the rule, not me. So that's gonna give me the green light. Okay? So, you know, not her fault, but she's hanging out at a party with some people that's supposed to be friends of ours. On both sides. Her friends and some people that I know of an acquaintance that's friends with some of her friends. Now, these acquaintances threw a hotel party and invited her out with everybody else is there and everything else. A lot of them didn't even know me and her were dating. But at this point, we were broken up. We wasn't even together no more. A lot of them ain't even know we had dated anyway. Because like I said, these are acquaintances. So they just know her anyway through the friends. It's like, yo, come on over and kick it. So they having a house party. The acquaintances, she gets over there and I think allegedly somebody spiked her drink or she might have drunk too much. And 3 or 4 of these dudes is about to take advantage of her in this situation. Luckily, without knowing she was even there or supposed to be there, I show up. So now that I show up, we got a whole new situation now. Now the acquaintances know, and I will say this too, one of her friends was there watching her back while all this was going on and was making sure that none of this was gonna go down. So before I got there. So when I got there, it was really over. This was not gonna take place. Not only was it not gonna take place, somebody was gonna get hurt. So now I'm there, it's gonna be a different situation. They're mad I'm there. So somebody knew something about me and the girl. And they was looking like, who invited him over to the crib? Like, who messed this up? Like, we were trying to keep him out the situation. Now that he's here, she's probably gonna leave with dude. Now, I didn't like, whoa, I'm shocked because I was unaware they even knew me and her even dated. That's how much information I give them. They just acquaintances. I don't really know them that well. So when I show up, I showed up because I came there with one of my boys that they know. Acquaintances. So we show up to the situation. We see what's going down. And we like, oh no, that ain't happening here. Know what you was thinking, but that ain't finna go down. And so, take the chick out with me. We leave. So I took her out to save her life. So when she wakes up, I'm basically cussing her out. Like, what was you doing over there? And she thinking I'm doing this because she trying to get up with somebody and all this. And I'm like, no. You put yourself in a dangerous situation where you could have been raped or whatever and all this stuff would have went down. Then you've been crying to me about it after the fact. Good thing your friend was there to have your back first. But why are you putting yourself in this situation around people you barely know? So this is what I'm trying to get her to understand. I come from the city. I have street smarts. She don't. So this became a scenario of you putting yourself in a dangerous environment, in a dangerous situation, and you don't even know it because you barely know these people. You barely do. So you need to be a little bit more leery about the people that's around you, because these situations right here will be the reason you get messed up. You'll be messed up all in the game. Yeah. Crazy times. All right, she gonna wake up and start arguing with me. Wow, it's bad as hell. Well, when you have a lot of different people who keep participating in negativity and participating in toxic behavior, you're going to start seeing a whole big trend start to happen where all of these people come out of the woodwork and just start making up things. Oh, I'm glad y'all liked the Nas video. We got a lot more like that coming. But these scenarios, man, where things just get, where the lines get blurred, it gets real crazy out here. Put the seatbelt on. The seatbelt is on. What do you think this is? Oh no, man, they don't a lot of them don't see. They don't get a chance to see what's really going down. So they start anticipating the decisions and start making it up in their mind of what they think is going on. It's real funny though. They make it all up. No, she said something, forgot. What did she say? Oh, I never forget. She said something real crazy to me. Yeah, it went left, but yeah, she had said some things really crazy to me. Well, people have to realize that these subject matters and all the things that's on the table are out there for certain reasons. You know, it's yeah, it's really foul. It's really crazy what these people do. But hey, it is what it is. Man, no, look, Joe ain't with the woman. He didn't sleep with her. Nobody said that was the issue. Joe wanted to make that was the issue, and that's the real reason Ish is mad. Ish is mad that Joe is even implying that, like he's holding this over him because he keeps assuming that is the case when he's saying you're a hypocrite because you say you'll never do that, but you did it. That's what he's trying to say. that Joe's a big hypocrite. He always move the goalposts and keep moving. Yeah, he keeps changing it and trying to find a way to make more omissions for him to do the things that he do. I never cared. Joe Budden was a slime ball the whole time around. Well, you know, dudes are sensitive. So if you see guys that's moving in that type of way, you already know the energy is different. So people are, right, they're going to be moving in different tropes. And they're doing this. And it's been a problem for a long period of time. And it's a lot of activity that's going on that isn't making sense. Man, come on, man. It ain't hard to figure out. Oh, dude was in jail mad because his baby mom's was sleeping with everybody. Now, if we don't know the situation, we don't know the situation. So I ask questions. Like I told y'all this in the hood story. I said, yo, what's up with you and dude? I didn't even know. That's how I found out he was even locked up. I'm like, everybody I knew who knew him was locked up or I haven't talked to him. So the only way I knew that he was, you know, the person that I know was locked up. And then he was locked up. And I found out he was locked up through her. That's the only way I found out he was locked up. So when he came home, I guess she was trying to make it look like I don't know what made her even confess to any of it, but I guess she got caught screwing with somebody else and then just brought me up in the mix. And then out of everybody, he wanted to fight everybody who was smashing his girl. But she wasn't his girl. Like he had a whole nother relationship. Well, once again, in a whole nother relationship, a whole other girl having his kid and everything. And his first baby moms is out here just wilding. I didn't even know about it. Like none of us knew about it. Like I asked her when I first saw, like, yo, what's up with you and dude? And she was like, oh, we ain't been together in years. And he's got another girl and a baby on the way. Matter of fact, he locked up. I said, oh, what you doing? What are you doing? I'm about to kick their ass all the way around the planet. I gotta go see my old crib, man. Since I'm over here, I gotta Pull in, see the old crib. Uh-oh, somebody's having some sort of party. Oh, high zinger. Man, them the Latinos that used to live next door, man, they still living there. And there's the old crib. Oh my God. The old house, man. That's where it all started. That's where the majority of this YouTube thing kicked off, right there. In that crib. Man, that was crazy. Yeah, reminiscing, man. Man, it was some crazy times. Oh, thanks, Kurt. Appreciate that. Yeah, man, that was where the majority of this came from. That's the old crib. That ain't like where I grew up. That's like where I stayed at back when I was making these channels, doing my boxing videos. Yeah, that's the old neighborhood. Yeah, every girl I dated, I was always the good guy, like the good boyfriend. Every girl I dated, they would tell you, like, no, you was a good boyfriend. No, I ain't gonna lie, cause I would make the sacrifice. I would not want to suck at being a good boyfriend. You know, that was my thing. If I was the boyfriend, I didn't want to suck at that job. So I would have to make the compromise. But it gets to a point where in the relationships, women would want more. They just naturally do. No matter what they tell you, they want more. They'll tell you at that time they're not thinking like that, but later on they're gonna want more. And when they want more, and you're not willing to do it, that's when the tug of war starts. And then people start doing their own thing. Like, one girl was a perfect sweetheart, but her family was gonna ruin everything. I would have to deal with that family. She wanted a relationship with me. She wanted to be with me, marriage, anything. Like, head over heels in love. Like, it was scaring me how much in love with me she was. That's scary. I'd be like, Why do you love me so much? That scares me. Because I'm like, you shouldn't be loving me this much. This is nightmarish right now. I'm scared. So, yeah, I never understood it at all. I don't know what's like. No. Her thing was, when we had our final talk, she was willing to do and accept anything. Like, no, it could work. No, trust me. No, don't break up with me. I'm like, believe me, this is for the best. This is for the best. Like, you do not need to be with me. Trust me, you need somebody that you can put all this energy into, and y'all can live happily ever after. But I already know what's coming. Like, her sister, her mother, all of that, couldn't deal with that. That was a nightmare. Her mom would put her in so much financial stress, use her, manipulate her because she's a good person, and they would just take advantage of her and her sister. And it was like, look, I can't deal with that, because then I would have to be mad at you, keep putting yourself in this situation. I can't do that. So, man, I had to cut it off. I had a great time when we hung out with each other. We had a great time and everything. But now she's married. I'm assuming she's married. Then they have a kid. She got her man now, and I wish them nothing but the best. But yeah, I was great. As a boyfriend, I was great. We went out, dated, had a great time. And I remember the last time we went out. I remember I took her out, and then we went and saw some movie, dinner and a movie, and then my car had broke down, and that was the sign I should end this damn thing. Because I'm like, she wants this to be more. And I can't have, this is not going anywhere. I didn't want that. No, what I couldn't have was for somebody to be weighing me down, where I feel like it's so much on my shoulders. That's what I didn't want. I didn't want that at all. It's like, man, it's so much weight on my shoulders. I can't even deal with the rest of it. So much just resting on my shoulders. That sounds like it's heavy, It's heavy duty. Yeah, this year has been going pretty fast, to be honest. This has been the fastest going year probably in history. And here it is, August. So I'm like, damn, it's August now? No, not at all, B. So, Yeah, so if you're on the Screen Fiend membership, go over there. And I'm finna get ready to get things set up over there. So for the members. So let me go ahead and do that. I'ma holler at y'all later.